Clutch is not a gene, it's a mindset. You aren't born clutch, just like you aren't born a choker. Instead, it is your mindset that determines how well you play under pressure, which means you can become clutch, as long as you take on the mindset that all clutch basketball players have. Hey everyone, I'm Demetri, and I teach basketball players how to train their mind. In this video, I'm going to teach you the one thing that you have to let go of if you want to become a more clutch basketball player, if you want to hit more game winners. By letting go of this thing, your mind will be clear, and you're going to be able to thrive in pressure moments. All right, how to become a clutch basketball player. Let's do it. Alright, so like I said in the intro, all clutch basketball players share some things in common. And it's not a gene. They weren't just born clutch. Clutch players have the skills. You have to be good to be clutch. Having the skill level is a huge part of the clutch puzzle. But what I'm going to talk about in this video is the mental aspect of being clutch. And that is the clutch mindset. All clutch basketball players share the same mindset. And part of this clutch mindset is a letting go of something. All clutch basketball players, all players who have this clutch mindset, they let go of something. And what I mean by they let go of is they don't let this particular thing affect them. They don't let this thing bother them. And that thing is fear. All clutch basketball players let go of fear. Now, I'm going to share with you two different aspects of fear in pressure moments that are common for basketball players to have. And then I'm going to show you how you can let go of those particular types of fear. Also, I'm going to use the example of a game-winning shot a lot in this video, but what I'm about to teach you applies to any sort of pressure moment. Okay, the first aspect of fear that players with a clutch mindset let go of in pressure moments is the fear of failing. Here's why clutch basketball players let go of the fear of failing. Because it hurts your chances of performing well under pressure. It hurts your chances of making a game-winning shot. Let's say it's the fourth quarter and you're down 2 with 5 seconds left. There's a lot of pressure to make the next shot. Otherwise, you can lose the game. There's a lot of pressure to make 2 free throws if late in the game you're down 2 and you get fouled. And in those pressure moments, you might be thinking something like, oh man, what's going to happen if I miss this shot? What's going to happen if I miss these free throws? I don't want to miss these. I can't miss these. I'm afraid to miss these. By the way, I made a video on how to make clutch free throws, and it's got some really helpful tips on making free throws under pressure. So definitely check that out if you're interested, and I'll link to that below. But back to fear. This fear of failing affects your performance. It affects your game-winning shot or your game-winning free throw attempts because it clouds your mind. It distracts you. It takes you out of the moment and it breaks your focus. And lack of focus and lack of presence makes it harder to do something well. The more distracted you are, the less likely it is that you're going to make a game winner. By letting go of that fear, you're less distracted, more focused, and more likely to hit that game winner. Fear of failing can also make you hesitate in pressure moments, or prevent you from even attempting something in a pressure moment altogether. So in this case, it means passing up on a potential game winner because you're afraid of missing it. Or, let's say it's a last second play and your team is up 1 with the ball, so you know the other team is going to foul. Well, if you're afraid to have to take pressure free throws because you're afraid of missing them and potentially losing the game for your team, you might try to avoid that situation altogether. You might hide behind your defender so you don't get open and don't get the ball and don't get fouled. I used to do this. I was afraid of the big moment, so I'd not get open on purpose so I wouldn't have to shoot the free throws. I'd try to make it look like I couldn't get open because I was afraid of what it might mean if I ended up going to the line and missing those free throws. So again, if you're afraid of the consequences of messing up in a pressure moment, it could make you avoid those situations to begin with. This is why you have to let go of the fear of failing if you want to be clutch in basketball. So then, how do you go about doing that? How do you go about letting go of fear of failure? letting go of fear of missing a shot that could be the difference between a win or a loss. Well, in order to let go of the fear of failure, you have to let go of attachment to outcome. When you're in a pressure moment, don't place your focus on the outcome. Don't place your focus on what would happen if you make the upcoming shot. Don't place your focus on what would happen if you miss the upcoming shot. All these hypotheticals are just more noise. They're distracting. Instead of focusing on the outcome, focus on the process, and focus on doing that process as best you can, which in this case means focusing on shooting your shot to the best of your ability, and that's it. Again, focusing on hypotheticals in pressure moments is just mental noise. Remember that your value, your worth, it's not defined by one shot or one free throw. No matter what happens, that one shot will not define you. Missing that shot is okay. Obviously, it's not preferred, but it's okay. And when you understand this, it's easier to let go of the outcome. It's easier to let go of the need to be perfect. And when you start to think like this, all of a sudden, you don't fear that pressure moment anymore. A lot of the pressure gets lifted off your shoulders because you realize that if you don't succeed in that moment, it's okay. This is how you let go of fear of failure in pressure moments. So all clutch basketball players who have this clutch mindset let go of the fear of failure. And another fear that is common in basketball in pressure moments is the fear of being judged. If you're caught up in what other people will think of you if you mess up a play under pressure, that's another thing that can cloud your mind. It's another thing that can take you out of the moment. It's more noise. And all this mental noise makes it harder for you to focus and do well under pressure. You want your mind as clear as possible in pressure moments. Missing a game winner can be embarrassing, but clutch players don't think about that. Clutch players don't think about how embarrassing it might be to miss a shot. They aren't thinking about what it'll be like to have that miss going around social media and having people judge them. So then, how do you let go of the fear of judgment? Well, one, you stop caring what other people think. What other people think should not influence how you feel about yourself or how you value yourself. If you miss a potential game-winning shot, you know that doesn't define you because you know how hard you've worked to get where you are right now. And yeah, maybe you missed a game winner you know you could have made, but you also know that you're going to make the next one. If you do the best you can in a given moment and you leave it all on the court, but the outcome isn't what other people wanted, well, then so be it. Who cares what they think? As Kid Cudi once said, they gon' judge me anyway, so whatever. The other way to stop caring about being judged is to stop judging other people yourself. It's kind of like when you stop judging other people, judgment gets removed from your vocabulary. You forget what judgment even is. And so you really don't think about being judged yourself, and you certainly don't fear it. So to let go of the fear of judgment, stop caring what other people think, and also stop judging other people yourself. Fear is just noise, and it hurts your chances of succeeding in pressure situations. So if you want to become a more clutch basketball player, you've got to let go of fear. And these are some ways to do that. Listen, none of this stuff is easy. It's not easy to let go of the fear of failure or the fear of being judged. I believe these things are in our nature as we grow up, so it's hard to let go of these things later in life. But also, this is why not everyone is clutch, because it's hard to have this sort of mindset. But it can be done. It takes work, but it can be done. So keep working at this mindset every day and in practice and in games. And eventually, this mindset of letting go of fear, it will be all you know. You'll forget what it was like to not think this way. And you will be the clutch basketball player that you've always wanted to be. Now, real quick, I want to share with you a guided meditation that I made. And this meditation helps you wire in a lot of what I talked about in this video. It helps you rewire your mindset to have this clutch mindset that I spoke of. and it's totally free. You just have to go to basketballmindsettraining.com/free. And there you can sign up for the Basketball Mindset Training Starter Kit, and you'll get the meditation and a couple other goodies as well that will help you train your mind. And if you have any mental tips for how to be clutch, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you deal with pressure situations. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.